Hello Virgo, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your January shadow work 2022 reading for all sun, moon, and rising. Before we start, don't forget that there is a 22% off coupon with the code 2022 of all my services until January 1st, so definitely take advantage of the discount if you need a New Year's reading. And for those who are Patreon members, is a 30% off coupon, and it's in the member dashboard. That ends on my birthday, so you do guys have a little bit more time to use it. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's going on for your shadow work. Sun, moon, and rising for January 2022. And it fell. Sorry about that. Sorry about it falling. Sun, moon, and rising for Virgo. Okay, sun, moon, and rising for Virgo for January. Sun, moon, and rising. Virgo. What is Virgo working on for the shadow work for January? Okay. All right. So, bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. That is your bottom of the deck. So, what is going on for January for your shadow work? So, we're starting off with like the World card. This is the card of Saturn. This is the Magician, the card of Gemini, the card of Mercury. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. So this tells me quite a bit of things. There is definitely a transition and a lesson and a closure that you guys are going through, especially when it comes to 2021, because 2021 was definitely a lesson within itself for you guys. And you guys are still learning and integrating a lot of the messages and downloads from your spirits, from your experiences that you have gone through. So there's a lot of reflection that is happening. And because the beginning of the year starts off as like this closure moment, moving into January and like especially the middle of January, you're feeling a little bit fired up to focus on manifestation, to focus on what you want to attract, what you want 2022 to be like, and what it is that you want overall for your life and for your like situations, whether it be at work or relationship or whatnot. But the thing is that you're getting the King of Swords in reverse as your last card, which means that there are still things, especially when it comes to the Venus in retrograde, that you need to look backwards on in order to actually know what you want. There needs to be a little bit of a hermit mode phase that you need to go in. You need to go kind of use your energy, your healing energy, to really reflect on your shortcomings that you've had for the past year and even before that. What hasn't worked, what has worked, what have you been able to be successful at, and where have you had like opportunities, where have you had like pitfalls where you haven't been able to see a resolution or a way out, or anything kind of pushing its way through, like anything coming through in the way that you want it to be. There's this energy of getting clear with your head. Aquarius season is definitely going to push you to evolve mentally. If you've been feeling mentally restrictive, if you've actively been working on like, yeah, you want to manifest and you want to bring stuff in and you want the doors to be open and stuff, but then how are you applying those intentions? How are you working? How are you putting in the work for your intentions? Like if you want to have like wealth, if you want to have money, if you want to have love, how are you making the moves in order to receive those things? So there's like a focus of you being in like working with that mercurial energy for your benefit. But then there's also this moment of like, but wait, I'm still kind of stuck. It's almost kind of like parts of your experience on this earth, especially in January, takes your power away. You feel a little bit hopeless, like you're kind of just stuck in the circumstances of where you have been. Like the world has more control versus you feel a little bit more out of control, even though you actively have the power of manifesting a new experience for yourself. So it's definitely putting you in a position where you're actively you're coming up hopeful in the beginning, but then it's almost like you hit a wall. It's almost like you tell yourself, no, I can't do this. No, you know what? I thought I could, but then I can't. It's like you have to kind of catch yourself. And it's also, you have to understand your own duality, because Virgos, you guys are a dual sign. So there might be one part of you that's very much focusing on bringing in and moving forward, and then a part of you that's still stuck in the past. So there's like this kind of dualistic energy that you now have to learn how to navigate and learn how to work through and heal yourself through, so that you can actually move forward successfully. Especially because if you look at the bottom of the deck, you have a lot of like energy of, I want to move forward. I have these dreams. I have these goals, but then there's just like this struggling here. There's just struggling. And then it's like the emotional side of it, where you kind of beat yourself up and down on yourself about the things that you haven't been able to accomplish, but you still want to accomplish. It's almost like you're romanticizing your life, but then you're also leaving the door open to romanticize the pitfalls of that same life that you're trying to build for yourself. It's very contradictory. So that dualistic energy, you're going to have to sort through, because there's like power, but there's also weakness here. There's like a lot of empowerment that you're doing and feeling a little bit more focused, and like a good, like starting off with a good foundation, and then it moves into uncertainty. It moves into out of control. It moves into, I'm stuck. It moves into, I can't see a way out of where I'm at right now. And so I don't know how to solve the situation. So it's a little bit complex. It's really complex. It's very layered, but I think you need to just sit down with yourself and sort your duality out. Like there's issues within your duality. And it really comes down to understanding your mercurial energy with Mercury, because Mercury is a very dualistic energy. That's why both of its ruling signs are both dual signs. Gemini is the twins, and you guys are also the Virgin twins. So there is that energy of going in different directions, being able to have one door open and having multiple doors open at the same time, and being able to kind of navigate the possibilities of things consciously going in different ways at any second. Like there are certain things that don't feel very certain to you, especially for the month of January. Even though there's things that you want for yourself, there's things that still feel out of your control and out of your certainty. But again, you're gonna have to work with that magician energy with your mercurial energy, and be a little bit more fluid, be a little bit more like, one of the things that I describe Virgo as grounded air, because I feel like you guys are you're an earth sign, but you're still ruled by Mercury. You still have that air element. But sometimes it's hard for you guys to deal with the air element itself, because it's a little bit too fluid. It requires you to be in the moment and present, and kind of not necessarily move so far ahead, when earth energy requires you to have stability and comfort. So in order for you to feel good, right? But your mind is the issue for the month of January. You need to sort out your mind, because it's almost like a battle zone. It's almost like you're saying, oh my God, I want to get more money. I'm going to manifest this opportunity. I'm going to manifest this partner. I'm going to meet my person this year. I'm going to do all this stuff. But then at the same time, you're creating blockages for those things to also come in. So they're not going to come in the way that you want them to. So it's very contradictory, and you're going to have to sort through that energy for the month of January. That's part of your shadow work. That's part of your healing. What's going on with Virgo? Sun, moon, and rising for your shadow work. Okay, let's see. We have Spirit is About. You guys have no idea how many times Spirit is About has come up in these readings for like almost every single sign. Your ancestors, your spirits are still actively working with you and your manifestations, but don't block yourself, because you're also getting growth and abundance, right? You can have an abundance of negativity, or you can have an abundance of positivity. You can have an abundance of opportunity, an abundance of love, an abundance of money, or you can have an abundance of lacking those things, right? So it's important for you to realize and understand what it is that you are consciously manifesting, what it is that where your mind is at, right? Because if you're always thinking in the negative, you're never going to be able to see a way out of it in the positive. It's not going to feel natural. It's not going to feel like it comes with ease. It's something that's going to take a longer time to come into fruition. You're still getting this growth and abundance card, because you still are coming up within this magician energy. So you're still able to go focus in on manifestation. If you wanted to manifest an opportunity, to get a promotion, to meet someone new, you can absolutely do all those things, but you have to set yourself up to receive those opportunities. If you don't, then you're not going to receive it. It really comes down to that. Your growth and abundance is dependent on your intentions for the month of January. You have to put in the work, and you have to also, when you're asking your spirits, your ancestors, like, hey, listen, can you help me with this? I'm praying for this. I'm praying for this. Yeah, they're helping you with it, but what are you doing? What are you doing to help yourself? What are you doing to make it come faster? What are you doing to set yourself up for success in the long run? So you're not kind of just a sitting duck, just waiting for things to come in. You have to play a role. You actively have to play a role. If you think that you could just sit on your ass and just receive the growth and abundance, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to come as easy as you expect it to. Virgo, January 2022, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Virgo need to know? Okay. I'm going to take these two. Okay. Boom. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. So you're getting full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. And that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Your dreams need a practical plan. You have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of things that you want to do. But what is the plan? How are you planning on executing it? There's a difference between, okay, giving it to spirit and letting them handle everything. But if you need to play a role, if you need to play a part in your dreams for you to receive what it is that you want, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're not going to gain anything, especially on a month where everything is ruled by Saturn. We're starting off with the energy of the world, which is the energy of Saturn. Saturn doesn't give anybody anything just for being themselves. Okay, Saturn requires for you to work hard and build that foundation in order for you to benefit from the foundation that you have made. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to see the results. This is not the season to be half-assed and just gain and just get, and that's it. You just got what you wanted just because. It is not the season for that. This is a season of hard work. This season of intention, and you need a plan. You need a plan. In order for you to execute, you need a plan. You're also getting step out of your comfort zone, because this specific January is going to be a little bit of a test, and this is why the King of Swords is coming up in reverse. In order for you to step out of your comfort zone, that means that you need to think about not doing the same thing that you have been doing for a while. Okay, you need to do it differently, okay? Which means that it's not gonna feel comfortable because you're so used to doing something in a certain way, but you also need to realize that that way has not been bringing you the manifestations that you want. So it's like, where are you gonna kind of stop it? Where is it gonna be like, okay, I've been doing, it's kind of like that quote from Einstein, where it's like, if insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, like, it's just not gonna, that's not how it works. You have to do something different. You have to shift the energy. You have to prepare yourself in order to receive. If you don't do anything, if you don't step out of your comfort zone and try, it's just not gonna go anywhere. Okay, let's see. Virgo, shadow work for January 2022. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, into the unknown. You're getting into the unknown, and this makes sense because into the unknown really speaks to you trying something different. And again, that comes into stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something out of your routine, actually taking steps towards actually putting some effort in trying things in a different way that you might not be super comfortable with, but if you don't try, you're going to regret it later. And that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to regret. Do you want to regret your actions later on? Do you want it to be like, you know what, I should have just given it a chance. I should have just tried this. I didn't give this enough effort. Do you really want to sit down with yourself later and have a midlife crisis about the things that you didn't do because you didn't step into the unknown? You didn't give yourself a try. You didn't go out of your comfort zone into doing so. Like, are you really gonna let the opportunity slip away of you being able to manifest this growth and abundance because you want that comfortability? And you guys are very used to the comfortability because you guys are Virgos. You guys rule the mundane, the everyday life, the home, all of that. All of the routine, you guys rule that, but sometimes you have to switch the routine and make something new work for you. And that is the key. What mudra should Virgo be using for January 2022? What mudra should Virgo be using for January 2022? And we have opening to receive abundantly. I'm telling you, I feel like your spirits are actively trying to help you. You guys as guides are actually trying to help you guys, but you have to be open. In order for you to be open, you have to step into the unknown. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to try to do things differently than how you've been doing it this whole time. If you don't, then you're not opening yourself up to receive abundantly. You're just opening up yourself to receive from the kind of boundaries that you have set for yourself with the universe. So you have, with greater openness to receive, the divine provides for all of my needs. This is the mudra for you guys. This is the one that you guys should be using in your meditations. You guys need to get a little bit more comfortable with not necessarily working yourselves to the bone, but actually opening yourselves up to new opportunities. Like, start off the year by setting yourself up for success into trying something new. Okay, step out of your routine, step out of your comfort zone. If you have been like stuck in this kind of routine where nothing changes, you're gonna have to do things differently. You're gonna have to try something new. If you don't add anything new to the routine, you will not see any changes. So you have to try to kind of open up a way for abundance to come in a different way than it has been before. Okay, so that is you guys' reading for the month of January. I will definitely see you loves in the next one. Don't forget to take advantage of the coupon code if you need an additional reading, and that code is 2022 and it ends on January 1st, so definitely make sure you take advantage of it. I will definitely see you loves in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Bye.